Hello, hello, Gutsy Women. Welcome to this Thursday interview. It is 2:30 in the afternoon in the UK. So wherever you are, whatever time of day it is, welcome to the Gutsy Women group once again. And I have the very lovely Juliana here with me today. And she's going to introduce herself and tell you all about what she does in the world, who she is, where she is. So Juliana, hello, welcome to the group.
Hi, Dee. Thank you so much for having me. And hello, you gutsy woman. It's so good to be here today.
It's so lovely to have you, Juliana. So, would you be good enough to tell people exactly who you are, where you are, and a little bit about the story behind how the mind-body connection has had an effect on your positive attitude to your life?
Of course. So as you heard, my name is Juliana. I'm 26 years old. Currently in the States in Connecticut. Um, so so I was born. My story starts. I was born with mild cerebral palsy. When I was born at 31 weeks gestation. I had a massive stroke when I was born, and I had a brain bleed. So I have um and I also have anxiety and other things as well. So it's been a ride, but I wouldn't change a thing. I I actually started become I'm also a best-selling author, certified international speaker. I say certified because I got my certification in March through women's Leo conferences out of in Paris, France, because that's where I spoke out of in Paris, France. Virtually through Zoom, just so nobody says, "Oh, did you go to France?" No, I didn't. Um, and it's and I lost my dad at 19 years old. I had it all going for me. Um, I was almost 20 when he passed away, and I started as an author writing for various sites. I had the potential was building, and I was just ready to just take off whenever that time came. But when he passed away, I basically shut down, basically, and and just stopped doing what I love to do. I had to actually sit in my grief. My mind and my body were dead to the world because I basically was numb and I was broken and I was pretty depressed. Because my dad was my biggest cheerleader. Actually, no, one of my biggest cheerleaders. So not only did I lose a dad, I lost an extra pair of hands too because it made my situation and my future even more uh unpredictable, and made it a little bit harder because my mom became a single mother that day. Um, so I kind of just had to sit in my grief and work through it on my own. Because I also see a counselor for anxiety. I've been working with her for about 11 years, and I kind of quit going to her for 2 years because I went after he passed, but my mind was just too closed down to even go have her help me because I know she was there to help me. But my mind was just too dead and my body was just too broken to open up. So I quit because I had to work through it on my own. And it was hard. I'm not gonna lie, it was hard. But I I got through it eventually, and fast forward 3.5 years later, I wanted to go back to writing because my I went back to my counselor, and she said, do what makes you happy, do do what makes you smile and fill your cup because you can't fill a cup that's empty or half full. Everybody knows that. I mean, everybody knows that. So I said I want to go back to writing, but I have no idea where to go because things change after a while in that kind of world. Um, so I found a book through Facebook called "Girl, Don't Cut Yourself Out." You are resilient, tenacious, and faithful. And I reached out to the visionary and I said, hey, are you still taking authors for your book? Because I'm interested in doing it. So I leaned on God and I prayed to Him, saying, "Should I do this book?" And He said, it's your time, Juliana. You need to get back to what you're doing and what you love to do, and she said, yeah, I'll take not one more author before the door closes. So I went into the book, and when I tell you, D, it blossomed me back into Juliana again. When I say Juliana again, I mean the one that I was before the stuff happened with my dad. Um, I went through tons of blood testing, uh, heart testing in January, everything, and for some reason everything I got tested for and checked for came back negative for some reason. And I'm not going to sit here and question it because God spared me. But I mean, I ended up doing my first TV show, Real Big Talk with Andrew Evans, through that book that I was in, the first book that I was in. Uh, since then, I now have two books, another book, almost three out. Um, One, Turning My Pain into Purpose, became my first Amazon bestseller in November of 2025, and that was, 2024, excuse me. Uh, and that was probably my biggest collaboration yet, with over 30 something, with over 35 authors. So that's Juliana in a nutshell, basically.
Juliana, you've led a full life, and you're still so young. You've probably been through so many ups and downs that many of us, you know,
Oh yeah.
probably, yeah. And your resilience is just admirable. And I know when, yeah, you're welcome. I mean, I'm in awe. But the thing is that I who was born profoundly deaf, and she just sees, like, she manages that because she's always been that way. She's always had this. She was born with it, and I know from working with in the field of work that I've worked in the past with people with certain what society would call disabilities, and I call superpowers. But I've worked in that. Yeah, I've worked in that environment for many years, and I know how it's when somebody is born with something that's not typical of a baby being born, everything's all in the right order and whatever, nothing untoward happens at birth. And when people are born like that, with all of that thing going on, that isn't the main struggle. It's the stuff afterwards that happens, isn't it? The death of somebody, the way that you have to fit in, the way that society doesn't allow you to fit in, or all of those things. And I'm just speaking from my granddaughter's perspective, and that's where the struggle starts. So when you get asked to become an author in a book or speak on stage, that is just a huge achievement in a society that doesn't accommodate people who are not typical.
Oh no, we get treated really bad in society. If you have a disability, you get treated pretty bad, and sometimes you have to fight for what you want on your own when people don't give a crap about you if you're disabled. And sometimes it can be hard, but you have to do what you have to do because you don't want to be treated like that because you know you're better and you need and you want more and you're meant for more, you know?
Yeah.
And 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 you know, kudos to your granddaughter because being deaf, I'm sure is hard. But you know, it's not an easy world in this crazy worldy, and you know that. Just like on Facebook too, like you know, there's a lot of groups out there, but not a lot of them are like our mom group. For those that don't know, D and I are part of a big global group called Bunk Global TV. So I met D through that. Um, and it has been a true joy getting to know some of these people in Bump. Because I swear I feel like I found a family that actually cares because I've been part of so many groups and they are not like our Bump group, so I'm honored to be part of that as well.
Yeah. It's phenomenal. It's such a wonderful, heartfelt group of people, mainly women, but some men too. And it is a wonderful space to be in. But
Yes.
what I would love to ask you, Juliana, is with everything that you have been through, and I know we all get down sometimes, we all get, a little bit worrisome about things going on out there in the world and in our own little microcosm of our own little world, in our own homes and things like that. But what is it about the mindset that has helped you with what you have to experience on the daily?
You know, just to keep a positive attitude. I remain humble no matter what. I'm also a philanthropist that loves to pay it forward. I'm also the recipient of two awards for this year as well. One is the Phenomenal Woman Award, and the other one recently was um, the Woman Empowerment Award 2025. So I remain humble no matter what and expect nothing in return. And you know, I do get down and I do get anxious a lot of the time, but you know, it's way more manageable than it used to be, and it's a challenge, but with good people like you and everybody in our bump group, it makes it more manageable because I wrote a post about my family issue, and a lot of people came through and sent prayers and hugs and all that stuff, and when that stuff comes, that's what makes me feel good and keep going because sometimes people don't understand unless it happens to them. Like like everybody says, they don't understand how people live with disabilities unless they live it themselves or they see somebody living with it. They don't know. You know, it's and sometimes you just have to remain humble and smile. Even if people stare at you, that you have to remain humble and smile because it's gonna get you it's gonna get you in a good place. And kindness always comes back if you're kind to other people. So
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And the Phenomenal Woman Award is perfect for you. So I'm so pleased
thank you so much.
I'm so
That's
pleased
an
they
honor. Thank you.
recognized it. Yeah, I am so pleased they
Yes.
recognized that in you. So can you tell us a little bit about the books that you've written and co-authored with other people? Um,
Yes.
how did they come about?
Um they have been it has been amazing. Like just to make the connections that I made through the books, especially in turning my pain into purpose with like 35 authors we've had, it was amazing. Just to get on that call the first time we met, um meeting all the authors in June of that year. It was amazing just to get on there and learn all their stories and help run the meeting. And with two other ladies in our visionary that day. That was fun. Um, you know, they just came because, you know, I I wanted to get back into writing, like I said earlier, but I had no idea where to go because things always change. Um, Even if you take a break from something, so I had no idea where to go. But when that opportunity came, I said, "We just just take it because you never know where it's gonna take you." And it took me to my first TV show. So that was also a good time too because I got to share a stage with my co-authors. We got to launch the book in Dallas, Texas. That was fun. It's just been a wild ride the last 6 years, and I wouldn't change a thing. Trust me, I would not change a thing.
Yeah, it sounds like you've had a phenomenal few years, and all of that has just helps us as individuals when we get those opportunities to
Yes,
grow, to see what we're made of, and to see, you know, how phenomenal we are as people, despite the challenges, despite the chronic pain conditions, despite all of these challenges that come up, how
you are.
amazing we can overcome things.
Yes, and when you get into that feeling that you love what you're doing, it changes you a lot, and you glow differently when you love what you're doing. You
Oh,
do,
certainly do. Yeah,
you do.
definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. It's absolutely it. They're like, those challenges are like catalysts to see what you're made of, and
yes,
then you start to shine, and you start to actually come out with things that you didn't even think you could come out with, and to be seen as that authentic
yes.
person who's doing so much out in the world there. It's an absolute joy to
It
do
sure is.
work we
It sure
do.
is.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So what is your next adventure, Juliana? What's
Um,
coming up?
I'm also I'm working on getting my business off the ground. I forgot to mention this earlier. I'm also the founder and owner of Juliana and I Speaks. So I'm working on getting my business off the ground. So I'm hoping to get that off the ground eventually. Um, so nothing big, but I mean I'm just trying to work basically on getting my business off the ground and getting more speaking engagements and things and all that type of stuff because everybody calls me famous Juliana because I'm always doing something like on a podcast or something, or which I think is hilarious. But but um but I mean nothing big. I want to start serving a little bit more on bump like everybody else is doing because I I really look at it. I look at everybody else doing it, and they're like kicking butt over there. But I mean, nothing insanely huge.
Hmm. Well, the opportunity is there for you, and within the family of Bump, there is no reason why you won't actually be doing something within Bump very soon. That's definitely going to be happening. I can feel it. So I
Yeah.
can't wait to see you shining in there as well.
Thank you, Dee. You're amazing. Thank you.
And everything that you can share with your books, and because it's all about sharing our hearts in there.
Yes,
Yeah. So, Juliana, I want to thank you so much for being here today and to sharing some of your story with people in the Gutsy Women Collective. And thank you for being a member of the Gutsy Women Collective. And actually,
it's
you know,
my honor. It's my honor. Thank you so much, Dee, for asking me. This group is amazing, and I'm looking forward to see where it goes for you.
yeah, thank you so much. And yes, we'll definitely connect again. And the next
Yes,
time I do an event in this group, I will be in touch with you for your contribution towards it as well, Juliana. So yeah,
of course.
I look forward
Yeah.
to that. Okay. So if anyone in the Gutsy Women Collective would love to connect with Juliana, she does speaking engagements, she writes, she's an all-round phenomenal person. So please connect with her in the comments, connect with her, ask her any questions. I'm sure she'd be more than happy to come in and answer your questions and engage with you, and anything that you want, Juliana. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dee, for that lovely, for those lovely words.
Just
I
end
appreciate
the
them
live
so
stream.
much.
Thank you. You're welcome.